The reason why I'm gonna give y'all ladies, this is my opinion on why so many single women in the world, and why a lot of women are going through different men and they get frustrated, they can't find the one and all that. And the reason why there's so many single women in America is because women in America lack discernment. They lack discernment. People say, well, what about women's intuition? Women have horrible intuition. That's why a lot of them are single moms. Because if your intuition worked, you wouldn't be a single mom. There wouldn't be any single mom epidemic in America if women's intuition were true. You would see that the nigga wasn't shit before you turned around and let him skeet in you. You know what I'm saying? So that is a farce. Women have horrible intuition and horrible discernment when it comes to men. That's why so many single women in the world is lack of discernment. That's why I vow to one day, I'm gonna start a curriculum one day when I get popular enough. It's gonna be a curriculum for men and women, and it's gonna teach you how to pick a decent mate. Now, this class is going to be offered to anybody, to any age group, because you can always learn, even, when you're older, to stop making the same fucking mistakes, choosing the wrong person over and over again, or what to look for in a good person. A lot of people don't even know what to look for. You know what I'm saying? So, that's my 2 cents. I just think that's the reason why so many single men and women. Well, women especially, because I had an argument with a friend of mine the other day about this. She said, well, men, y'all do the choosing, y'all pick us. I said, we do the presenting to get chose by y'all, but we don't pick. We go up to a woman. The average man, if he's not Chris Brown or some famous motherfucker, can't just go up and just pick any woman. The average working man, average Joe man can't do that. Now, maybe a Chris Brown can pick the women that he want to be with, or some other famous person, but the average man who works a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? The average everyday man, he doesn't pick, he gets chose. He goes and presents himself to a woman, and then the woman has to use her discernment, which women lack, to tell whether this guy is a good mate or not to be with, But, so I can, say for instance, I could want to, who's a hot chick right now? I could want to be with, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a hot chick. I can want to be with, I'm trying to think of somebody that's single and famous right now. Shit, Halle Berry. Let's throw that Halle Berry. I mean, I know that's like the go-to with fine, but I'm just throwing out Halle Berry. I could want to be with, I know Halle Berry is in a relationship, but just roll with me. I could want to be with Halle Berry I could dream about it. I can, if Halle Berry doesn't want to be with me or choose me to be her man, it's never going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, men, we approach and y'all pick. And I think what's happening with American women, they have no clue on what a good man is. That's why they end up in so many bad relationships and abusive relationships. I'm not trying to say women bring it on themselves, but a lot of times I hate to say it, but I think women bring it on themselves because they pick the wrong guys. And then they end up having kids with the wrong guys. Then, of course, they end up single moms, which nowadays, it used to be a time where guys used to actually wife up single moms, but these young cats is kind of wising up. They're like, oh, fuck that. And I think another reason why, man, stuff is too expensive to be helping somebody raise kids that ain't theirs. You used to be able to work a job and be able to take on, your kids and somebody else's kids, you know what I'm saying, to try to work it out. But shit, to be taking on somebody else's kids in this fucking economy and they ain't yours, then on top of that, motherfuckers acting like you supposed to? Oh, hell no. So it's going to be very difficult for a lot of women. I think a lot of young cats are listening to us old cats and wising up, and we're telling them, hey, don't play with, don't take any single moms seriously. Just play with them a little bit, but don't really, don't be trying to wife them up and shit like that. 'Cause that's now you got to take on this other nigga that she did have the kids with. He off scot-free. Now you taking care of his kids. So being that the pendulum is going to sway and not the favor of single moms, is best for women, young girls, not to be one. Put yourself in a winning situation for your relationships by not making bad choices. Because like I said, at the end of the day, women pick us. Y'all pick us, ladies. We don't pick y'all. Like I said, unless the 2% that would be like the like I said, like the Chris Browns or the Michael B. Jordans of the world, they can pick. But most men aren't Michael B. Jordan or Chris Brown. Your average man is not that. It's a small 10 to 5% of men that are like that in the world that can actually pick, But for the most part, so that means you gotta go into a woman you see at a grocery store and say, hey, how you doing? I'm such and such. And then she has to choose you, whether she wants to take the time to get to know you or, hey, get the fuck out my face. You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, women, y'all do the picking. Y'all choose us, but y'all pick wrong. And I think that's what the problem is. That's why I'm saying, I'm gonna start a class. And if somebody decides to take this idea and got the financial backing to do it, by all means do it. But I think there needs to be a class for men too, and I'll say specifically for women. Like I said, y'all pick us on how to choose a man, how to pick a good man, what to look for, how to, the attitude that a good man, things to look for in a good man, not his swag, not does he have on the latest outfit of the month. Or he walk like a gangster. That stupid kid shit. That's why y'all been losing. That's why y'all around here, mad and bitter at 50, 60 years old, going on girls trips together and shit, saying all men ain't shit. Because y'all picking wrong. Y'all picking because of all aesthetics. You got to pick off of what you need instead of a man that you want. That's the problem. I remember a great man once said, women, the problem with relationships now in America, because most women pick the man that they want instead of the man that they need. That's what the problem is. You're picking what you want, and what you want is not always good for you. I want a Ferrari. I want me a Lambo. I've never drove a sports car a day in my life. If I got behind a Ferrari, I would probably run into a tree. That's why I shouldn't get what I want, because I end up killing my damn self. So I hope that doesn't happen when I do get my Lambo. I'm gonna put it out there. It's never gonna happen. This is called manifestation. I'm gonna collect a bunch of Lamborghinis. So that's not how I'm going out. I already planned how I'm going out. I'm dying at I'm dying at the age of 96 years old. In my third mansion over in some other country with my on top of the chest of my 32-year-old wife. Anyway, I was saying though, you say these things, they're supposed to come to fruition. But basically, the point I'm trying to make is this: is that that's what I feel as though that's what the problem is. Why there's so many single women in America, is that they have no clue on what they picking men off of what they see on a TV or a movie, and they have this warped sense of ideal of reality that this particular man exists. And I'm gonna tell you something, man, and it's the truth. If I knew I was the man that every woman wanted, I wouldn't be fucking attached to no woman. You think I'd be a one damn woman if I knew that I'm the shit? I look the way all women want. I got the money. I ain't got no kids. I got a nice crib. You think I'm gonna shit? You think I'm gonna Reno Valley? Look at the Reno Valley. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm finna stay single. Shit. I'm finna enjoy. So the most sought after man is gonna be. He's not gonna. Why would he? Man, please. Ain't no way in here. the most sought after man is not going to just settle for you. You know, he's gonna, if you know, I know damn well I wouldn't. But the man that you need, he's gonna be committed to you. He's not gonna look like the man that everybody wants, unfortunately, but he's gonna be the man that you need. You know. So anyway, y'all, this shit ringing off the hook. So I'm gonna get ready to do this stuff real quick. But let me just chime in what y'all think, man. Do y'all think women have horrible man picking skills? Let me know in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button.